Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Cory and Rhonda with Utah Dream Properties and Keller Williams. Today we're going to talk to you a little bit about a market update and the softening of the market.
Let's get to work. Let's get to work.
Okay, what do we actually mean about softening in the market? What does that mean?
That means that there are more homes on the market now than there were about 6 months ago.
Right, so it doesn't mean a market crash by any means. It just means there is definitely a difference. I've seen, I think I would say kind of a huge difference in the last month. And what I mean by that is we can list a house and instead of having 15 offers in a day, they're on the market a little bit longer. Or we can take a buyer out, show them a home, and actually get them under contract and get closing costs paid. And it's been years since we've been able to ask a seller for closing costs because there would be so many other offers.
So let's put a little context around that.
Yeah.
So some of the numbers that we're going to talk to you about. Median sold price last month in May was $447,000.
Right, in Weber County. Yep.
In Weber County, and median sold price in June was $450,000.
Right.
So we still had a gain in value, right?
Right. So,
Okay, so that's good.
Similar-ish price point, 447 to 450, but it is still increasing, different than what some of the news and some of the social media posts are saying, that the market is falling and the values are falling, and we're not seeing that by the numbers.
So one of the things, like you were just talking about though, that's different is May there was 407 homes sold. June there was 301.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously that's 106 difference. Less sold, and they were on the market a little bit longer. Days on market in May was 6. Days on market in June average was 10.
10, yep.
So you can see the stretching of the market, right?
Right. And again, I've just seen a difference just because now I can take a buyer out and actually show them homes that we don't have to stand in line to get to. Mm-hmm. And again, we can get some closing costs paid sometimes depending on the home, and sellers are more willing to negotiate. I think in some of these news articles that we refer to in some of the social media posts, a lot of places are saying the market's falling, there's so many price reductions and the values are going down. But what's happening is some agents and some sellers are pricing it just like we were in a frenzy back in February, March, April, and that's just not the case anymore. Some of the reasons are interest rates have definitely increased. Again, we've talked about this in other videos, not to crazy rates. In fact, it's still below historical average, but it's so much higher than what we were all used to. So many of us have 2s and 3s on our mortgages. So the thought of moving to a 6 is like nobody wants to do or nobody wants to think about it. But when you look historically, that's still considered a good rate.
Yeah,
but it's slowing
so
some
that
people
all
down.
Talks about the softening of the market. All those are factors in the softening of the market.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them we talked about. There's over 7,000 homes on the market right now, right, in the state of Utah.
In a couple of months,
and
what, 2,000?
Yeah, there was
less. I think it was under 2,000 for a little while.
Real close to that. So that's a big difference in a matter of 1 quarter.
Right. Okay, so what does this mean, really? All of this information, if you're a buyer or a seller?
Means buyers are still buying, right, by the numbers that we've seen. Values have kind of held. They're not spiking like they were for a while, but they are holding according to the numbers. So those are both good things for sellers and buyers, right?
Right,
so
and there's more to choose from, right?
Like a normal market.
Right,
So
our inventory is more than tripled, so you have more homes to look at, which is great. I love that for a buyer, being able to show them 4 or 5 houses versus 1.
And you don't have to make a decision in 12 seconds.
Right.
You're standing in
we don't
line
have to wait
at
to
a
get
house
into the
and
house.
writing an offer in your car.
Yeah.
Now you have a little bit of time to talk about things.
Right.
Right. And then for sellers, of course, it's still good, right? Because even though we have more inventory, we still don't have a huge amount. It hasn't swung over to a buyer's market. So our sellers are still very happy and things are still selling. It's just taking a little bit longer to sell.
And what we're doing too with all of our sellers, we walk through the home, and if there's anything, we look at it just like a buyer does. So if you're looking at selling, we would love to do one of those walkthroughs with you and kind of let you know things that you need to focus on, some light staging, some little fix-it projects around the house that will really help your house stand out among others, because now you are competing against other houses for sale, where in the past, sometimes you didn't have to fix anything. Just kind of put it on the market and right. So that's super important. So if you're buying or you're selling, we would love to help you. We'd love to answer any questions you have. Our information is down below. Feel free to reach out to us, and we would love to talk to you. And also, we put out new videos. I know you're just going to say this every Friday, so make sure to like and subscribe so you're always notified of new content.